make this pretty quick, and I'm starting with them all just on D tier, but I'm gonna put them all. The reason for S tier on Prot Warrior is I'm not saying that S, A, B, C, D is the complete is the fair adjustment to them all, because they're all pretty close to each other, and I wouldn't put it like S, A, B. Like that's pretty distinctly far away. But I would put both Prot Warrior and Vengeance on S tier. Why? Is because they've both got high single target damage and high or AoE damage. I feel like Prot is more consistent in its damage as well as in its survivability than DH is. Prot Warrior has, I would say, more utility as well than DH has, and more help for the group if needed. Both have some quite strong burst, but Prot Warriors is a lot more often, and Vengeance is a bit higher, at least on AoE. But Prot Warriors is I would say they're quite similar on single target. But I would put Prot Warrior in general more tanky. After that, I would put probably Guardian like this, and I would maybe put Blood beneath it. But I would almost like, it's very close to each other. If it would be same as Guardian or just beneath. I feel like Guardian has more, probably the same damage, but Guardian has more survivability and more potential, and also more help for the group. The fuck? So it's very hard to say. I would maybe put it like this, A minus, and then B here. I would put these like that, because this seems more fair. So basically, this is how I feel like the current tier list is. It could also be more like this, maybe B minus and B. Now there's obviously gonna be more things, but this is basically what I think we got most people covered by now. Based off of what else is gonna be meta, either of these two are stronger, right? This is gonna be based off of their group-wide party buff, group-wide buff, which is attack power based off of towards melees. Meaning the classes that benefit from that would be Havoc, Feral Druid, Hunters, all Hunters, Monks, Paladins, DKs, Rogues, Enha Shamans, and obviously not other warriors, because they got it themselves. And that's another thing that can affect it. If you're anyways going to be playing with another warrior, you know, this buff becomes irrelevant. But it's the same for him. Like if we're anyways going to be playing with a Prot Warrior tank, their buff is going to be irrelevant. So let's go over to YDH. Their 5% damage increase is towards some classes, but it's based off magic damage, which some classes do. That I already listed up. I'm not sure about DKs, but they probably do some. As a rogues, at least do some. I'm not sure about hunters. I think survival does some. Evokers, mages, monks probably do some, but it's probably irrelevant. I'm not too sure about paladins. They probably do some holy damage, which would be considered priests. Elemental shamans, enhancements also do the same. So enhancements might also be affected more by demon hunters than they are by warriors. I'm not too sure about their damage breakdown, but since they're doing some lightning bolts, etc. now, and warlocks is affected by demon hunters. I'm not sure what else. I think the negative part about demon hunters is that when you want to put your damage out, you're also using your defenses. As a Prot Warrior, not as much. You've got separate defenses, and you've got a lot on your toolkit, like a lot. There's plenty to do, plenty to use. Now, obviously, this is not true. This is not necessarily true. It's not absolute. It's not final. I think Demon Hunter is also gonna feel better to play on on real servers, retail servers, than it does on beta. I also think that Demon Hunters might be affected more by Aug Evokers offensively than Warriors are, as well as probably defensively. But in the end, they do lack some scaling, I feel like. And Guardian Druids, I feel like they might be lacking single target mitigation towards some bosses. Same with Blood DK. I don't think Monk is that way, but I think Monk in general is a bit lower. But it could also be potentially up here. And then Paladins are just sus right now. But that's basically the updated version from today. Thank you.